Good morning, folks. This is it. I want to share something that, I'm careful how I say that. One time I sat down and you know how people open up the Bible and they'll say, the first thing I read is going to be for me. So one time I thought, I'm going to try that. So I sat down and I opened up the Bible and I looked down and read, these were the last words of David. And that's not for me. That's not for me. So I don't do that no more. So this morning, my aunt passed away last week, and she was 103, almost 104. And just an incredible woman of faith. I think I showed her book one time on one of these videos, but she taught me a lot about faith and what it means. And she always had these stories about the big Holy Ghost and how he would help in time of crisis and how he was always there and operating in the earth. And so I thought about a story that, and it taught me to pray for the impossible. It really did. She really taught me how to pray for the impossible and to believe that God was able to do exceedingly above all that I might think or ask. And I say that a lot because I actually believe it. I believe it. So there's a story in Judges or Joshua where he talks about, that God was going to do a miracle the next day, and he knew it. And he built an altar, kind of like Deuteronomy 6, and piled up some rocks, and this is where God moved, and always remember that. And so he told the people of Israel, he said, God's going to do a marvelous, wonderful thing tomorrow. And what he did was he made a passage through the Jordan River, and at flood stage, and the water dried up or pushed aside, just like Moses, and he walked across on dry land, the people of Israel. And so it brought me back to a story that actually happened. And all these stories I don't tell any of the ones that I can't prove or don't have witnesses or documentation, just the ones that I know that, like, when I got bit by that rattlesnake, I got papers that show that and all that. But like this one, I prayed. I had my cattle on the other side of the river, and it was that flood. And the bad part about living right first place downriver is that current is tremendous. When they're letting all that water out, cow will come in on the river, and all you'll see is her big belly bouncing up and down, and probably 2,000 yards downstream she'll get out. And I don't know how to swim, so I ain't gonna push cows across the river like that. But one year I was stuck on one side, and I was completely out of hay, and and there's grazing on the other side, and I thought, I got to move them. But how? And I suppose I could have hauled them or whatever, but I thought, no, I'm going to pray. So, I prayed. I said, Lord, if there be a way that we can cross that river, I pray that you do it. And, and it's kind of funny because, I don't think they've ever shut the river down for anybody when it's that flood stage like that, and I thought, man, I don't know how the Lord's going to work this out, but tomorrow he's going to do something. And sure enough, the guy that runs the dam called me and said, oh, wow, last night something fell in the glory hole and we got to shut the whole dam down. So you bet. The next morning we walked, our horses were probably in water that deep, and we moved the cows across. And I thought, and you think, well, that was a coincidence. Maybe. But what a miracle is the timing. To pray and the next day have that kind of result. I want to encourage you. We're living in strange times, and with all the political stuff that's happening right now, and I just really want to encourage you to pray. God can do tremendous things, and the Lord's really been giving me a message on there's poison in the pot. With the Elijah, and as he's helped me put this thing together, I just feel like, wow, God, give us direction, give us understanding, because you are able to do more, and for our country. And I want to encourage you with that, because it's we're living in strange times, but yet the enemy comes in like a flood, and God will raise up a standard, and that's you and I, and be that standard. So God bless you.